Hey Saggies, welcome to Moonlit Tarot Scope. I'm so glad you're here. This is going to be your March 2020 love reading. This is a relationship reading, so it's going to be about you and probably whoever you were thinking about when this video popped up, or whoever it is will become clear as the reading progresses. So Saggies, how are you doing? I really hope you're doing well, okay? I really do. I feel like the energy's picked up a little bit as far as just not feeling so low. But let's see what your reading says. So let's see what is going on with Sagittarius and love. Spirit, what information? What is the general situation? Looks like you and your partner or both of you could be holding, not really sharing your feelings right now, keeping maybe some walls up, not expressing a whole bunch to each other at this time. Any more messages, Spirit? And by the way, guys, so in my love readings, it's going to be, I'm looking at a situation, then we're going to go to your feelings toward this person, their feelings toward you, okay? And then I'm going to get a much better picture of what's going on, and then we'll go forward into that. Toward the end, I will look at the most likely outcome as well as ask for advice. Okay, guys? So, Spirit. What messages do you have for my Saggy superheroes? I wanted to say secret agents. I don't know. That's funny. All right, we got the Ten of Swords. Oh my gosh, you are like done. Somebody's done. This is so done. Oh, look. This is like, I'm so done. I thought I was done before, and it really wasn't done, but this time I'm actually done because you want to walk away from whatever situation makes you feel tied down to something. So right off the bat, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Devil in reverse. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, doesn't have to be. But yeah, this is definitely the end of a cycle of, the Devil in reverse is a lot about codependency and not really recognizing that you can walk away from a situation, that you are enough on your own, that you don't actually have to continue to be in a situation. And I feel like, well, when you have a Ten of Swords, you really don't have any other choice but to come to that conclusion. I mean, what are you going to do? You got 10 swords in your back, right? And then, you've been stabbed in the back, sort of. And so you're like done. Like, I can't trust you, or I can't trust the situation anymore. I'm going to hold all of my cards close to me. I'm going to hold my heart close to me, my thoughts, my vulnerabilities. Okay. But this is going on with your relationship, both sides. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just move this forward, not get into that too much and get more information. Let's see how Saggy is feeling toward their partner. This is what's happening in the relationship. So it could just be like a general energy. Okay, of somebody really being tired of the dynamic that you've had and really needing things to shift for it to move forward. But you're not making many steps toward that. That could be the both of you. Okay, okay. We got 3. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the upright Justice. Oh, we got 4. Judgment, and holy moly, the swords, 3 of Swords. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm sorry. That's my dog. She's being a big old pain. I'm so sorry. So I feel like Sagittarius that you are heartbroken. This is for cross watchers too, and the stories can flip. Okay. But there is a heartbreak here, and it's a definite heartbreak. I feel like you feel like you've been judged harshly. Therefore, you're judging your partner. Because you find yourself most of the time with an open mind, but things have just become so unfair. This could also have to do with some court proceedings. So if some of you guys are going through some court proceedings with somebody, there is some heartbreak behind it, even though it's going to end up in your favor. Okay? You also see this person as someone that you actually value their You value their opinion of you, okay? So because you hold them in some high regard, okay, for sure. We have justice next to judgment next to the Three of Swords. So I'm going to need to do some clarifying with all of this. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. Not really sure what she's doing here. Maybe this is how you're seeing your partner, as somebody that, it doesn't matter if it's a female or male, as somebody that is more steady, more, it's almost like this person can calm down any baby that is handed to them, okay? This person is very well liked by many people, but they don't pose a threat, okay? So they're not like outwardly aggressive or threatening, okay? Princess of Wands. They feel like you're kind of like whatever messages they're sending you, and you know, it could be heartfelt messages, it could be heavy, kind of like, I've really thought about this and I feel strongly about this, that, or the other, and you're just kind of like sitting in an energy of, well, I'm just going to sit over here and bake my cookies. Like, I'm not going to get into the drama with you. Okay, what is this justice for, please, Spirit? Why do we have justice and how Sagittarius feels? You got some strong feelings toward your partner, though, I can tell you that. So, like, or it's going to come up again in March. So if you don't feel this way now, just kind of prepare yourself for this ride. Let's see. Nine of Cups in reverse. Why do you feel like this is what you deserve? You're so used to things not being fair that it's a little bit of a, I never get what I want, but I'm not going to ask for what I want. It's only fair because that's what I'm used to. And so overall, I get a feeling, an overall sort of feeling of disdain, a feeling of sadness, maybe even depression, just about the whole situation. So it's like somebody's coming at you and they're like, hey, Saggy, I was thinking, when it comes to this or that, when it comes to your life or whatever, I have a great idea for you. And you're just like, no, I'm not interested. I'm not moving. I'm not getting what I want. Okay. Five of Cups in reverse too, because I think you've decided, and you're beginning to understand that although you might be as open-minded as possible, Sagittarians are super open-minded. I feel like you're saying, you know what? I am going to judge the situation. I am going to judge. I am going to make a judgment. It's not really in your nature to do so, but things have been made clear to you. It's obvious that things are not fair. And so in a way, with the Judgment card, it's almost feeling like not... I feel like you're in a good place to judge at this time, okay? And I don't mean like, who are you to judge me? I mean, it's more like in a detached way. And you've already made your decision. You've already judged this person. You've already kind of figured it out. So it's not something you can ignore or pretend isn't real anymore. And so you're coming out of you're coming out of depression with this. You're coming out of it because it's just like acceptance. You have to accept the situation for what it is. Clarify the Three of Swords. We have the Nine of Wands. Ooh. And the Six of Wands in reverse. It's very likely that you think this person has someone else in their life, and it may not even be someone that is more important than you. It's just someone there. And for some reason, it makes you feel like you didn't win. And it also makes you feel wounded. Okay. You feel wounded. You feel like you've been hurt by this. You feel wounded because you feel like maybe you are the third person. Does that make sense? So when you say third party, a lot of people think, okay, that's someone else. I feel like Saggy, for some of you, not for all of you, okay? So let's not, and you probably know who you are, okay? So please don't rush to judgment of your partner that they're cheating or anything. If this doesn't resonate, if this doesn't feel right for you, then it's not for you. So understand that. But I am seeing that, you know, and I hate this because Sagittarius, it's not your, you know, it's so hard not to blame ourselves when things don't work out. It's so hard not to buy into the bullshit that someone might be trying to feed us, that, well, it's your fault that it didn't work out, la, 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 because you know what? You are feeling wounded. You are feeling left behind in this situation, and you feel like you feel like this person failed you, or you failed them. So, my gosh, that's a lot. There's so much happening here. General gist of this, okay? Your partner's coming at you somehow. They're going to bring in some sort of messages of passion, heat, excitement about something. They could be sexual messages, but you're not responding in kind. Okay, you're responding in a way that's very grounded, but I'm also getting sort of like a sort of how I'm talking right now, like super monotone, like not really you're not going to let anything bother you with this person. Because you feel like, and this is terrible, and I hate this, and I'm wondering what this is about with you guys. It's almost like you feel like you are so used to not being treated fairly that that's just how it is, and you're willing to accept it, that your wishes never and your dreams never come true. Okay, and this person just like basically validated that for you. So in a way, Saggy, this could be for some of you that are like have the tendency to get into the same type of relationships over and over again, right? And then you are finally able to detach enough from the whole situation emotionally to judge it and to judge your partner. You feel like your partner's judging you. You definitely feel like your partner's judging you because you feel like you're the third instead of the second with a third party. So it's almost like you feel like, oh, okay, so I'm the third, I'm the back burner person. I'm the girl on the side, the guy on the side, whatever it is, right? And, you know, I feel like you failed yourself and you're hurt again and you're lonely again. And it's almost like, partner, there's really so little that you could do right now to change the way I feel, that you're sort of resigned and you're wounded. This is not fun, Saggy. So I'm really sorry if this is resonating with you. Now, as far as a third party situation goes, a third party can be anything. It could be your partner is more interested. Your partner's job feels more interested. Like they feel like they're more, they'll put your job before you, right? Or they'll put their family before you. So, you know, it could be clashes between an in-law or something of that nature. Whatever, you feel like this person is putting something else before you, okay? And the reason it feels that way is because it's something that you haven't done to them, okay? So let's go ahead and look and see how your partner's feeling toward you, because that is why you're here. Let's see what happens. All right, well, we got a lot going on with Saggy. This will be interesting. How does Saggy's partner feel for Saggy? Saggy, you guys are awesome. Like, ooh, I am sorry that this is getting you down or that this is what's coming up for you in March. Wish I saw things in a different way. But when you start off a reading like this, you know, it's really hard to put some kind of positive spin on it. It is what it is, okay? But everything's a cycle and we're always growing, right? So let's just keep our chin up like we do, because we're good at that. Four of Wands. They don't think you're going anywhere. Page of Swords. They are afraid. I think they know that you're judging them and they're afraid of hearing from you, or they're afraid of what you're going to say. So rather than they're afraid of what you're going to say, like it's making them uncomfortable, okay? They see you as someone that is got a sharp tongue and just going to say whatever. And truthfully, even though we've got the Page of Swords here, Saggies, you guys are blunt, right? So you could have been blunt. You could be being blunt in the month of March and just saying exactly what you're thinking. And your partner has some fear about this. And then we also have the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So your partner thinks that you are not being fair either. There's an imbalance, and your partner's very, lots of Libra here. There's a lot of imbalance going on. I think they really are attracted to you. They have a lot of passionate feelings toward you. In fact, there's something about you that makes them feel stable, that makes them feel more grounded or more, on the right track. But they don't think you're being fair, and you don't think they're being fair, so we have a problem. Danger, Will Robinson. And we have the Four of Wands. Let me clarify. What is this commitment? Your partner maybe is looking at you as someone that they can make a commitment to. This is about bonds between people, celebrations between people, a group of people. They all sort of feel the same way about each other. Friendship. And it's a very positive card. To clarify this. Maybe they feel like you're a good friend, but they still have feelings of passion toward you as well. I can see where this can cause conflict. Whatever reason, though, they think you're the one that's being unfair. All right, we got the Lovers card. They're on the brink of making a decision. They're right on the brink of making a decision whether to continue to pursue this or not. Why does Sagittarius partner feel like Sagittarius is being unfair? We've got the Six of Swords. Because you're willing to go. You're willing to take what you need, get in your boat, and go away. Okay, Saggy, you are willing. You're so independent that you can just take off. All right. They feel like that's not fair. It's an unfair advantage maybe because they are not capable of doing the same for themselves. They don't feel as capable of just being single or letting this go or dropping this so easily, right? If it needs to be dropped. So that's why they feel like things aren't fair, because they feel a tie to you. But see, these codependent ties are in reverse. So you're just straight up like, no, I'm done with you holding your feelings close and not telling me how you really feel. And I'm absolutely done with this bind that I have to you where I feel like I can't be myself and live my life. And you're also sick of being involved in a situation where somebody else is involved. So they do see you as someone also that is very, it's hard in a love reading not to see the wands as anything but like intimacy, passion, sensuality or whatever. Okay. But they feel like you're using it to your advantage, right? They feel like you're using that this person is passionate toward you and you're using it to your advantage. They feel like you're manipulating them. Why in the world would you think that about a Saggy? They obviously don't understand you, Saggy. Although, with codependent situations, it's always a possibility that someone could be sort of like, okay, people say the word manipulation all the time, so let me give you the clearest distinction of the word. The clearest distinction of that word is like, do you say something to your partner to elicit a certain response? Do you do something to your partner to elicit a certain response? Are you upset about this third party to where you're trying to make this person feel jealous or, bad because you're mad? Are you doing something? Are you doing something that, really, these are the tough questions you have to ask yourself. And you may not be Sagittarius. This is only about how your partner sees you. So that does not mean that that's what's really happening, but it could also mean that's what's happening, okay? And this is about recognizing that behavior and going, okay, wait a minute. Why did I just send that text? Why did I just say those things? Why did I just, dress up and go out and take a lot of pictures and try to make this person feel jealous or whatever? If that was your intention. Half the time it's not your intention. Maybe you didn't intend to do that or you subconsciously did it. So if that's the case, be aware of that behavior And then there's a whole other thing that's just like, hey, what's up? I did not do that. I didn't do that, Rachel. I didn't do that. Well, that's what your partner thinks. Your partner might be giving you more power than you're willing to take responsibility for. And that's okay. You know, I know that power is not your thing, really. You know. And we have the 5 of discs to clarify that. And they're afraid of being alone. They're afraid of you leaving them. They don't want you to leave, okay? They don't want you to leave. They feel like you're playing unfair. You feel like they're playing unfair. So it's one of those deals that I understand why you feel so like this, because it's like we are not getting anywhere if nobody can take responsibility for their side of it. We're not going to get anywhere if all we're doing is worried about what they think of or what you're getting out of the relationship versus what they're giving you. You know, is it equal give and take? Are you the one that's putting everything in and not getting anything out? You know, on and on and on and on. Basically, in that situation, that is, you're at a point in your relationship where it's, you know, it's normal to do that. That's what we do as humans, because a lot of times we're afraid that people don't love us, so we just sort of disappear. Or we don't disappear. What am I talking about? Maybe you do, Sagittarius. That's very common, because you can just get up and go. And your partner sees this ability that you have, okay, that you can just get up and go. And it is very different than what they're used to, and probably what most people are used to, right? All right. I got my own self sidetracked, okay? Let's look at the possible, let's look at the blocks. Then we're going to look at the most likely outcome, and then we'll move on to advice. It's like right now as a reader, I'm actually baffled, so I'm going to definitely ask Spirit for advice before this reading is up, because I don't know how to handle this, because it's like you guys are, if this was a like soccer game, you would be tying, you know, you'd be going into overtime in football, right? But the overtime feels like it's lasted for centuries. So now you're just like so burned out and tired. You're almost like, I don't care who wins. I just want to stop. I want it to stop, right? All right, so let's see what obstacles or blocks for this relationship moving forward. I did just identify one right now in that energy. But let's see what else information we have, obstacles and blocks. Oh. All right, so what's going on here? Okay, Magician in reverse. Nothing is being manifested. Nothing new. Nothing is changing. A feeling of wanting to walk away but unable to. Not a feeling of between the two of you that you know that the behavior or whatever's going on in your relationship isn't necessarily the most healthy thing, but you also don't feel like you can control that. That you have the ability to control that. You want to, but right now you feel like you do not have control over the relationship. Like you've tried and tried and tried, and it's just dead in the water. That's why we have the Magician here. Nothing new is manifesting. So if things don't change, obviously that's going to be a problem for this relationship, because the way I'm looking at it is it's just exhausting, okay? And you're just kind of like over it, all right? And your partner didn't recognize or doesn't realize on their side that, you know, how you're actually feeling. And then we have the Princess of Wands coming out again as a block. Again, this is about using messages of passion. These messages of passion that your partner is sending you, you may not trust it or believe it. You may think your partner is the one doing the manipulation, okay? All right, this is also could be about, ooh, I found a text, you know, somebody found a text message, somebody found something in somebody's phone that was like not on the up and up, so you're like, you know. And the Hermit in reverse. Yeah. Y'all just can't keep it to yourself. Or the relationship is kind of like open at this point. Ooh, open relationship. Gosh, that's your thing. Fine. I can see where all this does kind of like read into that. But at the same time, we have an inability to keep yourself to yourself, to your thought. Somebody can't stop sending messages. Somebody can't stop making phone calls. Somebody can't stop pursuing. But what is there to pursue, right? The Magician's here in reverse. Nothing new. It could very well be that your partner is not aware that, you know, I guess I've got this several times, so I think this is quite true. Your partner is not as intuitive as you are right now, Sagittarius, so they could just be, and you're intuitive, but your walls are up so high that you're not even trying to be intuitive, okay? But I'm just saying, this person is not keen or hip to your vibe, baby. That sounds so like hippie-fied. They're not picking up what you're putting down. They're just, and what you're putting down is, I feel like you're on the way out, and you know, you don't even know if anything could save this but a miracle at this point. What concerns me is this feeling that you can't go away. You can't let go of something, or it doesn't have to be leave this person. It could also just be let go of whatever this is in your relationship that's just really, or maybe this is a past hurt or a past cheat that's come back around again. This could also be a past partner that's coming back around. I mean, we were right in the thick of the Mercury retrograde. We have 7 days. Then we'll be in post-shadow phase. And in Capricorn, yes, that makes a lot of sense why you're coming off like this. You're coming off somewhat non-emotional. You're not really buying into anything this person is saying. And, you know, that could have a lot to do with the Capricorn, the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. That makes a lot of sense. So for advice, Spirit got me the 9 of Discs. That means enjoy what you've worked so hard for. The 4 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. God, that's beautiful advice. We go from like a heavy reading to this beautiful advice from Spirit. Spirit really wants you to know, Sagittarius, that it's not all doom and gloom. They want you to know that you don't deserve to be treated unfairly. So nothing that you've done in the past, you know, if you feel like you need to atone for something, then get right with that, okay? That has nothing to do with this relationship, although it might be a karmic cycle, but I don't feel that way at all. I feel like this is somebody you've been dealing with maybe for a while. They want you to take time to enjoy the things that you've worked hard for. So, for example, if you've been working so hard, you say to buy a new car, please enjoy that car. Don't let this relationship just like take over your mind, so you're not like enjoying life the way you normally do. What is this they say on those depression commercials? They say, are you losing interest in the things that normally interest you? That's kind of what Spirit is wanting you, is challenging you. Okay. It is okay to overindulge a little bit. Now, I'm not talking about too much excessive anything, but you know, there is a feeling of indulgence, bubble baths, get your nails done, get your hair done, whatever your thing is. If you're a guy, go get your beard like perfected. Okay. Go get yourself a new watch or something. Within reason, okay, within reason. And then, of course, the 4 of Swords is meditate. Meditate, because if you meditate, you will get epiphanies, okay, from the air. All right. This can also be called to astral travel if you do. And then we have the beautiful 10 of Cups. This is so beautiful. Like, this is the best card. This is the feeling of emotional fulfillment where you're in a position where you're feeling nothing but loss and sadness and depression and unable to get out of it. Spirit is super like, buck up, buck up, buck up. Spirit has something really beautiful planned for you right around the corner. They need you to get out of the energy of, it's okay to feel sad. But if you carry the sadness with you all the time, I mean, it's okay to feel sad all the time until you're done feeling sad. Like, that's normal. What's not normal is getting comfortable with sadness, allowing sadness and the wounded warrior, I'm all alone in this feeling, to actually be your normal. That does not need to be, that should not be your normal. Be aware of this, Sagittarius. You can change this. This is a cycle that must change. It absolutely must change. Okay. Jupiter is going into a different side. Jupiter is going into Capricorn. So this is a lot of like, let's start a project. Let's, build a foundation and just grow things from there. Really take time to do that. Start from the bottom and build your way up. Okay. Whew. I want to pull an oracle card for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to pull, those are all the way upstairs. So we're going to get Green Oracle, Mother Earth, for you, Sagittarius. Let's see what my Green Oracle deck has to say. Sagittarius, this is rough, okay? And, if this is resonating with you, let me know down in the comments below. For such a heavy reading to this is kind of mind-blowing, and this is when I ask Spirit for advice. Maybe Spirit is saying you already have this, well, this is all about enjoying what you already have, right? You already have these diamonds. You've already collected these 9 pentacles, right? And this is about resting and feeling peace and meditation and getting information in your dreams or getting downloads from the universe. These 2 things right here can lead you to a 10 of Cups, which is a feeling of emotional fulfillment. Maybe you don't need to be in a relationship right now, Sagittarius. Or maybe you just need to let go and let it be. I don't know, but I'm calling to Mother Earth. Do you have a special message for Sagittarius for the month of March 2020? Mother Earth. All right, we got spring. All right, so we're moving into spring, right? We're moving into spring. And spring is all about rebirth, new beginnings, and you definitely need one, because we started off the reading with the 10 of Swords in your back, 10 swords in your back, like you are done. Look, renewal, rejuvenation, planting something new, planting a new tree, planting a new seed, okay, in the areas of your life and concerning love, okay? Wow, I'll read it to you real quick, and then we'll wrap up. So it's really tough what's going on. So I want to validate you that what's going on is really tough. It would be tough for anybody. Like, I feel like your partner is somewhat clueless, okay? And they don't really know the turmoil and the pain that you're going through, but you're not expressing it either. And I can understand why, because you're just like, I can talk to you till I'm blue in the face, but nothing's changing, and you just can't go on this way. But you also feel trapped, like you can't leave, okay? So spring. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's okay to be happy, right? Just begin and things will come. In spring, everything is going to be better. So as a divinational card, we couldn't get a better card because it's spring. We're going into spring. We're getting out of this long, dark winter. Give attention to new things. Yes, absolutely. Give attention to new things. Seasons since ancient times have marked the cycles and the passing of time in human society. Spring is when the earth awakes and everything starts to flower and get greener. Spring is the essence of beginnings, an explosion of energy that suddenly is shaped into something real and practical. It holds all hope and potential and vibrant life, all things that you are desperately needing right now. Hope and potential and vibrant life. Vibrant life. Do not let sadness, do not let this feeling of they will never understand me. That might be true. They may never understand you. They may never understand where you're coming from. You could be trying to get out of a relationship and desperately trying to get them to understand why you feel the way you feel. And you might have to just let that go because they may never get it. And I feel like you're almost there. So Sagittarius, lots of love and blessings. I do hope that you're already on your way. You're shutting yourself down as far as you're shutting yourself down toward this person. Just don't, what my fear is looking at this reading is that you're shutting down against, like when you're shutting down your feelings, you're shutting down your feelings about everything. And that can put you in a state of depression. Okay. So Saggies, even though this was a bit of a heavy reading and I might have said a few things that were a little like, I don't want to hear that. I'm really glad that you stayed for the end of it. I really do. And if this resonated with you, there's a down arrow like next to the title. You can click that and it's going to give you information on how to get a personal reading with me if you're interested. Just information on the channel, period. And I also have a Facebook group. So if you just want to Facebook group me at Moonlit Tarot Scope, I would super appreciate it. I do live personal readings. I haven't done one in a while, so I'm going to try to get to one soon. But I am doing those, and sometimes my Facebook people get to move up because they're free, right? All right, guys, listen, I love you so much, Saggies. You know I'm a Saggie. So, like, I feel you, bro. I feel you, sis. Okay? They may never understand. They may never understand. Okay? I love you. That was a kind of a weird face, but I really love you guys. Take care. Okay?